All right, I wanted to recap some of the great Google features we got this year that I thought we might have forgotten about. This one is in Google Meet. It's called Transcription. So even if you're not using Google Meet to talk to other people, you could use it to transcribe a lesson that you were doing or a conversation you're having in a meeting room with somebody. So it's pretty simple. When you're in Google Meet and you've started a meet, you're just going to come down here to the activities pane, click on it and open it up, and you should see these activities. If you don't see some of these, like the recording, the live streaming, the transcript one, it's because you don't have an Education Plus license and you would need to put in a help desk ticket. But all I have to do is click on this transcript here and say start transcription. From this point on in the Google Meet, everything I say is being transcribed. It's going to be put into a Google document, put in your Google Drive in a transcription folder, and it will stay in there for 3 months. If you want it to last longer than the 3 months, this is the default. All you have to do is move that file out of the transcriptions folder into another location, and it will keep it for you. Okay, so I'm going to stop the transcription at this point. I'm going to go to my Google Drive. I don't know how long it takes to get there, but let's see if by the time I get there, it's available. All right. So here's my Meet transcripts folder. I don't know where it actually is in my Google Drive organization. So I have a folder called Meet and then Meet transcripts. Here's the different transcriptions. And what will appear in here in short order is a transcription for the one that I just did. And so basically, just so you see what one looks like, it basically is a transcription, and it tries to tell you which participant was talking, and then it transcribes what you say. So a neat not new feature, but a feature that Google added this year that I wanted to bring your attention back to. All right, I just wanted to revisit another Google feature that was new this year, which is called Companion Mode for Google Meet. Really for when you are sitting in a meeting that is being broadcast to some remote participants and you want to be a participant in the Meet chat and all the other Meet tools, but you don't want to have your audio interfere with the audio of the main presenting station in the room. So when you hit the URL for your Google Meet, you normally click the join button, but in this case, you're going to use the companion mode. So when you click that, it's going to have you join the meet, and you won't get that audio feedback because you're in the same room as other people in that Google Meet. As long as they're all using companion mode and only the presenter is using the regular Google Meet, you will be just fine. And so what you get is this little screen that comes up here that basically tells you that you can use the chat to chat with other people, and you'll see the chat here. You can present your screen to the rest of the group if you want. You can raise your hand and participate in activities that are assigned to the group. So that is what companion mode does. Right now, my companion mode is on this screen because the main presenter is not presenting. So I'm going to stop talking, stop this video, and then go and set up the other one so that they're presenting so you can see what it looks like in companion mode for that. All right, I'm back. I started the presentation on the other computer, and now what you can see is that presentation is up here while I am in companion mode. I can still see the presentation on the main screen in the room that I'm in. I can see it here. I can participate as part of the chat and all of the other activities that may be done, a poll, raising my hand to ask a question, etc. So one of the really neat extensions of this is that you don't have to really have anybody on the remote end. You could have all of the students in companion mode where they'd be able to see the screen more zoomed in while you were presenting from the main station. You could also then still have a side chat going on where questions could be asked and then eventually answered. So companion mode, Google Meet, it's great to do when a large number of participants are in the same room and a meet is going on. wanted to embark this afternoon on recapping a bunch of little features that were thrown into the different Google Workspace tools for you. So you're going to get a rapid fire, hopefully quickly, bunch of videos about new features in Google from January through this point in the year. So this one is comments. You write something, you highlight it, you use the comment tool, and you make a comment, or someone else makes a comment. Now when you mouse over it, you can respond to that comment with an emoji. So if you just really love it, you can do that, and then other people can click on that to add to it, or they can click and add another one. So that's adding emojis to comments in existing docs or slides or sheets. All right, I'm going to lay in a second video track here. So the screen's going to be split into left and right. The left-hand side is me, John Bullington, in Google Slides, and then the right-hand side is Vanessa Kramer. Vanessa, you can see up here, is in my document, and on her machine, I clicked on my icon, and it puts a circle around it and says following. So what should be happening is, as I add details to this presentation, and I move from slide to slide and add additional slides, she should follow with me so that she sees the changes I make as I make them. So it's a way for a person to collaborate on a shared presentation and move to the slides that the person is currently working on. So when we put the side by side, you can see I'm typing this is slide 2. I'm adding a third slide. You can also see her icon over there on the left, and watch when I jump to slide 3 how she moves down with me. She is not sitting at her desk and working on this right now. In fact, I've just got her computer running with the same presentation open. And so as I add information to it, that makes sure that the person is on the same slide as you whenever you do any changes. So this is a quick Google Meet and Slides one where you can have a co-presenter. So basically, if you've ever presented a slideshow in Google Meet and you happen to actually be standing in front of a group of people, it's hard for you to control the presentation and advance the slides so that the remote people see everything. So basically, when you're in Meet, you select the tab that has that Google Slides presentation in it. And then once that comes up, you'll see a little bar where you can click on Share With, and then you can make someone a co-presenter in there where they'll be able to control the slideshow while you do the talking and the demonstrating. All right, this one's another quick one. It's a Google Sheets tip, and it's how to make drop-down menus that'll appear in your sheet. So if you select the cells ahead of time, and you come up here to Insert, and you then choose Drop-Down, it'll pop up a pane on the side where you can then put your options for the choices with colors. Vanessa, John, John, can't type, Amanda, another all. And then again, you can switch the colors here for each person that they're going to appear on. I like to actually use the pastels. They make the text a little bit easier to read. And you can also extend the range if you want. So if you think you're going to have more of them and we want to make the range 15, it'll put those all the way down that column from the second cell to the 15th cell. So I'm just going to say done. You'll see I now have drop downs here. I can then come Plan PD Palooza and select all. I can then present it SCD. We'll make that Vanessa. Schedule vendor training, John. So in all of these will have the drop down. You can also highlight a single cell and copy, and then come down here and paste, and it'll give you another one, or you can go in and extend the range. So that's putting a drop down in Sheets. Another Google Sheets one, it's amazing how Google just slides these features in. Sometimes they don't even announce them. So this one is the summary feature. So if I select any group of information, so I'm going to select column B where I have those deadline dates. And then I look down here in the corner, it'll tell me the minimum value is 6/24/2023. If I click on the down arrow, I can see maximum. I can see the number of rows that actually have data, the count numbers for the number of cells that actually have information. So it gives you a quick summary no matter what you're highlighting down here. Sometimes it's a simple count, sometimes it's more information. You can also just simply select a couple cells and it'll do that. So you have this auto summarize feature down here now in Google Sheets. One last Google thing. A lot of people ask me where I find all these little updates and stuff that are new in Google. So I'm going to put a bit.ly up here that will take you to a Google page where you can filter by product, sheets, slides, docs, whatever. and it'll show you the most recent updates with links out to the articles where it tells you about those new features. So it's going to be right up here above my head. It's a Google website that tells you workspace updates.